welcome to One Strawberry, my chronicles in container gardening for the first time. So why did I start gardening? Like everyone in 2020, there was something called COVID-19 that affected everyone. And with it came a shortage of toilet paper? Yes, shockingly, toilet paper was the first thing that ran out, and then everything else, with talk about supply shortages and supply chain disruptions. It felt important to be able to grow something, and as someone who's always been interested in gardening, I thought this was the best time to start. Gardening has been an amazing journey, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. But it is definitely something that requires patience, persistence, and passion. It is very good for you, besides the physical movement, the vitamin D you're getting from the sunshine, and that sense of accomplishment as you create fruits and vegetables that you can eat at your own table. It's also good for the environment and supports your emotional well-being. Gardening is not inexpensive. You do require quite a bit of equipment: seed trays, different containers, many different sizes, making sure that you have good drainage holes. The good thing is they are reusable and you can use them throughout the year and throughout the season. In addition, drip trays are essential to prevent spillage and drainage of liquids onto your surfaces. A few gardening tools, a spade, a little rake, some stakes for those climbing plants, and gardening gloves. Plant food and fertilizer are a must, as well as an antifungal spray and your sprayer pump, which will be essential for keeping pests off your plants. Of course, your watering can, some potting soil and any mix from your gardening store will do, your gardening shears, and of course your seeds. I experimented this year with many kinds of different plants and crops. Herbs, which are very easy to grow, as you can see: basil, thyme, parsley, as well as peas, cucumbers, tomatoes, radishes and beets, and some winter squash or butternut, zucchini. It's really important when planting to follow the instructions on the seed packet, and they give you a lot of detail. Here with the zucchini, you can see that it's to plant in seed trays before you transplant out into the garden when the weather is clear. The instructions include what days it takes to germinate, as well as the seed depth and spacing, as well as watering requirements and soil requirements, and how big you can expect your crops to grow. There are lots of different containers that you can use for container gardening. Some like this rectangular one, bucket containers, garbage bags even, self-drainage ones like this, 18-inch, 12-inch, another 18-inch, and some that come with cages like this for my cherry tomatoes. Container gardening is really a great way of starting to garden because you can control the environment and the soil that you're using. So sometimes with topsoil, you will find diseases within the soil, as well as debris that makes it harder for some of your crops to grow. It also allows you to control the moisture content and can deter some pests. Like this container here is high enough that you're not going to get rabbits. You will get chipmunks and squirrels, believe you me, and I will talk about that in another video, but it does prevent the rabbits from getting at your crops, and is also a really great way of just controlling the overall environment. And if you have limited space, a really nice way of still gardening, but not necessarily having to have a lot of acreage to do that in. Well, thanks very much for joining me today. I hope you'll join me for some of my other videos where I'll take you through some additional tips and growing ideas on some of the plants that I've grown this season. Subscribe to my channel and get a free gift, and enjoy gardening. Thank you.